With a new show comes a whole new set of ads, and this first ad is going to sound pretty familiar because it's a product that I'm very familiar with, or products to be exact. Organic Muscle Health and Fitness products are the best supplements on the market. They are the cleanest, or they're organic, non-GMO, gluten-free, hormone-free, chemical-free. We've been third-party tested for heavy metals like arsenic and lead, all the nasty stuff that you don't want in your supplements and that wind up in a lot of them. We don't have it. We have the cleanest, most pure supplements. We have various superfood blends, greens that helps you get your greens without juicing and drinking that nasty wheatgrass and spirulina and all that, but it does have it in there. It just tastes great. We also have a Reds for a midday energy boost, helps boost your metabolism, keeps you going. Then there's a Golds for the afternoon to help you relax and unwind after a long day, reduce inflammation and heal up. Protein powders, meal replacements for all your muscle gain and meal supplementing needs. Go to organicmuscle.com, use discount code Brando at checkout for 15% off. Welcome everybody to the very first episode of the Organic Brando Show. This is my brand new podcast dedicated to the Organic Athlete Brando brand. Me as an athlete, me as a health and fitness blogger, and everything to do with organic health, fitness, that type of lifestyle is going to be on this podcast. This podcast is going to be dedicated to those categories, whereas my other one will be pretty much everything else. I have a wide variety of friends that do all kinds of different things, so some of them will fit the health and fitness category, others will fit the other one. So we're going to have two different shows now, all based under the Sleek Media Company, Sleek, S-L-I-E-K, coming from The Strangest Life I've Ever Known. It's an abbreviation for that, and that's from my other podcast, The Strangest Life I've Ever Known with Brando. It was originally a quote from Jim Morrison, one of my favorite artists of all time, and that quote just stuck with me, and here we are today. So anyway, this show that you're listening to, the Organic Brando Show, will just be dedicated to my experiences as an athlete, as a professional arm wrestler, my health and fitness blog, the research I do into health, fitness, nutrition. I'm going to update you guys on some of the latest organic health and fitness news, natural type news, different things for natural remedies, different natural ways to alleviate pain and recovery from working out and competing in various athletics and those everything along those kind of lines. I'll probably have different athletes on here as part of the Organic Muscle team. I know a lot of different athletes in different sports and fields and different fitness professionals and people in those different categories there. So we'll have all kinds of different guests. I want to start doing a lot more of that. And then a lot of times it's just going to be me talking about various topics that I've done research into and things that I have experienced myself as a health and fitness enthusiast and an athlete. So that's kind of the idea of the show. Hopefully at least once a week I'm going to be recording, maybe more when I have guests. I'm going to do at least one with me a week, and then if I have a guest scheduled too, we might do two of them. We'll see how it goes. I want to start with one. We can expand out from there. So first things first on here, now that I got you all caught up, I'm going to read off some of the latest health and fitness news that I found this morning while I was drinking my coffee and going through my emails. So, shoppers are looking for organic dairy products to minimize antibiotic exposure. And residues of at least one antibiotic were found in 60% of conventional milk samples from retail stores across the U.S. None in any of the organic samples a study found. And this all comes from the Chicago Sun-Times, but that was originally a report from Environmental Nutrition Newsletter, as who they're crediting here in the article. All these articles, of course, will be linked up at organicbrando.com, so if you want to read them in the entirety and look where they're sourcing all their information from and stuff along those lines, you can go check that out. So the residues of several currently used pesticides were also detected in there, and also detection of bovine growth hormone residues were found in. So if you're going to drink dairy milk, really you need to drink organic, or better yet, the raw milk I hear is great. Maybe it's not the best for everybody. Personally, I'm not into dairy products. I do a lot of plant-based milks, almond milk, cashew milk, that kind of stuff. So I'm not a big proponent of it, but I know it's fine for a lot of people. A lot of people love it and they feel good drinking it, but make sure you're doing at least organic. Maybe the raw milk. I've heard a lot of good stuff about that. You got to go to certain health stores, and in a lot of states you can't find it. Or if you know a local farmer who has a cow and it's all grass fed, no hormones fed to it, and it's good milk, maybe you can get some from there. I don't know exactly the route. I just know that's probably the best for most people if you're going to go with the dairy milk. Also, in the organic news, General Mills helps wheat suppliers gain USDA organic certification. Not suppliers, one supplier specifically in here. I'm sure they've done it with more. But Gunsmoke Farms, a supplier to General Mills, has received organic certification from the U.S. Department of Agriculture's National Organic Program. General Mills said on September 17th, Gunsmoke Farms, a 34,000-acre farm near Prairie, South Dakota, was managed conventionally for more than 30 years before transitioning over to organic over the last 3 years using regenerative agricultural practices. So the good thing about a lot of these big companies like General Mills getting into the picture in organics is it's going to help convert a lot of other farms, and they invest in these farms to convert them over because they know, they're going to jack the prices up. Maybe organic stuff costs too much and the big companies aren't really giving us much of a break. Sometimes they do, but at least they're going to be more products available. A lot of these products are also highly processed, and I wouldn't say they're super nutritious, but they're definitely more nutritious than the alternative. So General Mills, they're going to make cereals and things, so you can get an organic version of Honey Nut Cheerios where they're not using GMOs, and that pesticides weren't sprayed on it. Glyphosate's not going to be in there. You're not going to have to try to seek out a settlement later on like the people who use glyphosate, aka Roundup, to clean up their yards and rid it of weeds and stuff, and especially those who worked as groundskeepers or those who worked on golf courses, and now they have different cancers and they're getting settlement money from Monsanto. So we don't need that later on. Make sure you're doing organic foods. And now General Mills, yes, they're not the healthiest foods. Yes, it's a big company. It's not a locally small owned business. But hey, sometimes if you need processed stuff and a quick fix for certain occasions, I'm not saying it's good for you, but we all eat a little bit of junk, and it's better to have organic junk than the alternative. Also, in some plant-based news, plant-based options are expanding at 2,000 different Walmart stores. Retailer adds Strong Roots frozen food products to its freezer aisles. Now, Strong Roots frozen food products, that's almost a tongue twister. Say that real fast a bunch of times. I've had some of these, the cauliflower hash browns in specific. They're non-GMO, and it's the cauliflower hash browns. I was experimenting with that because I was doing a little bit of keto. It's alternative to potato. These, honestly, I take that back maybe a little bit. Now that I'm thinking about it, these might have a little bit of potato in it, so it might not be the most keto food, but at least it's plant-based and non-GMO. It's going to be a little bit lower than just a regular hash brown. It's got to be lower in carbs. But anyway, they have all kinds of different things. Mixed root vegetable fries, those are delicious. It's the different colored potatoes, and not just your average white looking French fry potatoes. You have your sweet potatoes, the yellow potato, or purple potatoes, all the various kinds. So it's a really good mix. Lots of really good healthy foods, but Walmart's going to expand it. Everybody's just getting more and more plant-based options, organic options, non-GMO, healthier things for you. It's great. I know the market demand has reached that point. The tipping point is what they would call it. Once there was enough demand for it and we reach that, then the product will be supplied out more. So now there's all kinds of new companies coming up with the plant-based, non-GMO, organic, all natural, not using anything artificial, and the products are just expanding across all stores on all the different shelves in every department. So it's awesome. Sorry, had to drink some coffee. Got a little dry mouth talking on all this. A lot of news updates. Okay, so a protein. Here we go. Are protein powders safe? This comes from WebMD, actually. And I thought it was interesting because, according to this article here, industry experts and nutritionists have debated the overall safety of protein powders for years. A 2018 report from a nonprofit called Clean Label Project found heavy metals like arsenic, lead in many of the leading protein powders. Plant-based proteins had more contaminants than those with whey and egg protein. And it just goes to show that if you're not getting organic, it's not from a company that you trust, that you know it's been tested, you don't know what you're going to get in here. There's going to be heavy metals are in the air. So a lot of stuff comes from China. People source ingredients from China. There's heavy metals in the air there even more because of all the people and the more vehicles and just everything that we're doing horrible things to the environment by spewing all this emissions and everything into the air. And it's not good for us. It's not good for our food. It's not good for anything. So, I mean, you're never going to get 100% safe. They even cover that in this article. But you got to know the company. You got to read your labels. You got to know that it's a trusted company. See if it's third-party tested, if it has evidence that it's safe for you. Like Organic Muscle. Everything certified organic, gluten-free, chemical-free. We've been third-party tested. We can send you the results of the heavy metal tests if you want. I'll send them to you in an email. I have access to them right now on my computer. And it is the cleanest, best supplements you'll ever get. The protein powder in specific from there, Organic Muscle, that we make, whether you're getting the regular protein powder or the organic meal replacement protein powder we have now, it is the cleanest, most pure ingredients sourced from here in the USA, eco-friendly farms, third-party tested, all clean. If you go check it out today at organicmuscle.com, you decide you want to order some, try it out, use code BRANDO at checkout to save 15%. If you end up not liking it, let us know. Send it back. We'll give you a full refund. I guarantee you're going to love this stuff, but if you end up not liking it for some reason, there's nothing to lose here. We'll refund it completely, so no problem. Check it out. It's going to be a lot better than any of these other plant-based proteins that you're going to get. Chances are they have heavy metals in them. I know that ours don't. I know ours are clean. I've looked this over before several times in depth. I've discussed it with the owners of the company. We pride ourselves on being clean, being tested. We want the best, most pure product out there. We care about your health, number one. First thing when we're creating any of these products is to be the healthiest you can be. Make sure it's organic, chemical-free, 100% natural. Fitness the way Mother Nature intended. Not just fitness, but just overall health and wellness as well. Last little news update we have here is a fitness news update about Apple's new fitness program. Apparently it's called Fitness Plus. I don't know. I've been out camping out at the campground and been in the woods a little bit disconnected. Usually I'm up to date on all the Apple news and things that they're launching and products, but apparently they have a new service, Fitness Plus, and they envision this, according to this article, long before the stay-at-home, work-from-home orders and things, and people can't go to gyms because of the closings of them and the shutdown, of the pandemic to try to stop the spread of COVID-19. But it seems like it's the perfect time for him to launch it, though. It's perfect opportunity right now. So why not take advantage of it? Whatever. It's a bad scenario for a lot of people, but they can make it into a good one for them. So this fitness service is going to revolve around being connected to your Apple Watch, which is kind of cool. I know a lot of apps have used your heart rate and things in the past with this, but this fitness service, you'll be able to watch workout videos that they film in their studio there in Los Angeles for various types of things, but you're not going to need a gym for any of these workouts. It's going to be able to be activities you can do at home to stay fit, and it's going to revolve around being connected to your Apple Watch and monitoring your heart rate along with other things. It's going to use all the sensors in it. I'm sure there's some other goodies in the newest Apple Watch that it'll be taken advantage of, but The fitness service itself, I'm assuming you're going to be watching on your Apple TV. Maybe it's available elsewhere. I don't have all the info on that, but this isn't really a tech show. This is more of a health and fitness show. So the Fitness Plus service is going to be available later this year, I believe is what it says. Yes. So that's interesting. That's a cool thing coming from Apple, and they're claiming, they had this envisioned for quite a while. 2014 is when the first Apple Watch came out. And since then, it's just been expanding its features and fitness and health-related abilities. I know that it's helped save several lives of people that, maybe even more than several. I'm not big into it. I haven't researched this too heavily. But when they older people in specific, when they fall, injure themselves, have, they're out on a bicycle and they have some sort of accident, maybe not even older people, younger people, but the cases I'm aware of, it was an older person that fell, injured themselves, and the Apple Watch sent out an emergency notification. It'll contact your emergency contact and even contact emergency services if needed. If the severity, it senses it was that hard of a fall. I don't know all the details on that. I know if you push it a certain amount of times, you can click on there and get the emergency services, but also if you fall, there's some kind of feature there to help people. So it's just fantastic. They're doing a good thing with it. I got mine, it's been a few years now, and it's been great. I didn't know exactly what to expect from it at first. I didn't know if it was that necessary to have a device on my wrist at all times, but now I've come to love it. When I'm not wearing it, I feel naked without it almost, in a way, and I find myself trying to ask Siri to set a timer and do all kinds of things that I'm used to her doing for me now. So they're really coming a long way with it, and now they're going to expand into fitness even more with their new Fitness Plus service. That is something to keep an eye out for and check out for sure. So, all right, guys, that's the end of the news updates, all the organic, plant-based, and fitness news there. We're going to kind of focus on those key things on this show. And on every podcast, I'll start it out by updating you with those kind of things there. This one in particular, this first episode here, I didn't really have a topic planned out in general. Just thought I'd wing it, kind of introduce you guys to the show, give you the updates there. Typically now is where I would bring in a guest, or if I have a different topic in specific that I was going to talk to you guys about, I would do that now. But this is just a short little intro to the show to give you guys an idea what it's all going to be about. And at least once a week, keep an eye out for the Organic Brando show. I'm going to keep you updated from here on out. Thanks for listening.